Look at my hair, dude. My hair is it's actually on the dry side. I gotta get something for it, condition it for a while, because you know sometimes when you first dye your hair, it's really that brittle, dryness. You know. Look at Summer. She has to close both eyes, eh? Summer. She has to keep both eyes closed. Yeah. I was certain. It started last year. I can't really recall too much. I don't know. It was maybe, well, last summer. Like, it was like in April or something, like just over a year ago. This new vet opened up here. Um, because, like, I know Jelly Bean had this lump for a while on her, and I didn't know what it was, because I know my cat that passed away here like over 9 years ago. Before he had this little lump on him, like I learned from, it doesn't even matter if it's a cat, I'll learn from a cat, and I learned so much from that cat. Even our dog that passed away, I learned so much. I learned more from actually animals than I did humans. But anyways, he, I learned so much, you know. Sorry. I am drinking a protein shake. This is something different, something new. I got this protein, actually a shaker, at Shoppers Drug Mart. It is a blender bottle, one of the blender bottles. I love that it's that limey, greeny, fluorescent-y color, and it's really good. It's got one of the balls inside, yeah. I just made it because it's nice and cold to drink and it's healthy, and it's banana. Yeah, so something sort of summery to drink, banana. And I just got fresh, nice protein powder. I thought, yeah, let's lose some weight here, because I've been gaining weight so quick, so fast, so easily, and gaining it. And I gained, like, what is it, 16 pounds. I've gained 16 pounds in 3 years. So just the past 3 years, I've been gaining weight and continuously, right? And 16 pounds, yeah, 2 digits. And before it goes in the twos too, you know, like two. I mean, it isn't 2 digits, but it's in the 1, you know, 1 6 before it's like 2 0 or anything. It keeps getting there, yeah. Even though the family doctor I went to go see, I know this is a little off topic right now, even though the family doctor I did go see, she's like, oh, you know, your height, your weight, you know, you're still fine and everything, which is, I know, right, because the BMI charts you see, it's for kids, and it's just not right. I mean, I know, like, models and everything are underweight. I don't want to look pale. I don't want to look sickly or be sickly. I don't want to be a bobblehead. I don't want to be underweight. I don't want all of my organs shutting down. I don't want any of my organs shutting down. I don't want to be sick or sickly or look that way. Blah blah yada yada, you know. Plus, I like to have a little bit of fat on me, you know. And I think that's normal and I think it's healthy. I know that it is. You know, and blah 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 blah, whatever. Anyways, and then, you know, she said I was fine, blah 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 blah. And for a doctor and a family doctor to say that, that's good. And to say it after all these years, you know, that's good. And then right after that, you know, when you see a secretary and your weight loss surgeon's secretary, you know, to say it, that too, that's good, you know. And I had just bumped into my weight loss surgeon, actually, you know, and he keeps saying that to you, even though he's an arsehole, you know. I love him, but I hate him, you know. And, you know, when he says that, you know, yeah, whatever. Anyways, but anyways, you know, I know he had a little lump on him and stuff. So I learned from him, you know, watch the lump, you know. So I'd been watching this lump on Jelly Bean. She had it for quite a while. I didn't like it, but it stayed the same. But then just all of a sudden, recently, it had changed. It had gotten bigger. So I didn't like that it changed, that it got bigger, blah, 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 right? So I knew I had to take her somewhere, but we're not in the city anymore. My dad, he didn't like taking us anywhere, doing anything, blah, blah, blah. But then there was a new vet that opened here, and it was just a few blocks from where I lived. It wasn't far at all. So I'm like, I know this is an emergency. It's just, like mother's intuition, instinct, or whatever you want to call it, whatever, you know. I thought, okay, I have to take her right away. I just felt that it was cancer somehow, and I'm just like that. Somehow I know things, and I'm just always right, you know. So I had a feeling. I took her and everything. Long story short, she did end up having cancer. It was a good thing that I did take her there. But same as Summer, her eye was, but she always, but he had and because of him, they were saved. He always had this brown flick in his eye too, and then he got like this little sort of film on his eye too. And one day in the summertime, I kept sort of picking at his eye. What is in his eye? I tried to get something out of his eye, and I couldn't get something out of his eye. And he was so tired, and he was like panting, so I stopped picking at his eye. But he was getting it, you know. And they never did find out what was wrong with his eye. Whenever I took him to the vet, they were like, oh, it's nothing, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. And that, so, okay, whatever. But, anyways, so I'm learning, of course. That's what life is all about, you know. Anywho, so now Summer, she always had that little brown flick in her eye, and I always asked them, what is it? They always said it was nothing either. Don't worry about it. And they said, well, just watch it, whatever. If it ever grows bigger, whatever, let us know, whatever. Arseholes, you know. I will always hold that against my two vets, you know. Okay, now, you know, last year, something. So I asked this vet here, you know, and I took her, and she got this bad eye infection. It was like pink eye, and all he was doing was giving her all these different eye drops. Now, when you put all these different eye drops in your eye, you could just get an eye infection just from that, and you're just masking it, and you're just causing further irritation. So because of this guy, he just masked it, and then he just caused further irritation because of it. And I told him, there's something like covering her eye, there's something on her eye, like there's just something there. Like, I know, I own her, I know her best, you know. She's my cat, so of course I know her best, you know. And I know there's something over her eye, there's like a film or something over her eye. What is that? Look at that and tell me what it is, you know. Maybe that is what's causing her eye, you know. Maybe if you cured that, it would make her eye better. You would be curing her eye, you'd making her eye better, you know. Look at that. And he wouldn't look at that. He wouldn't tell me what that was. He wouldn't do anything about that. He wouldn't look into it. He wouldn't investigate it. He wouldn't nothing. And yet, if he would have noticed that is what was wrong with her eye. He didn't do anything about that, but that is what was wrong with her eye. He could have cured her eye and made it better if he would have investigated that. That is what was wrong with her eye. Instead, he didn't. He just kept giving her one eye drop after another, and that just masked her eye, that just made her eye worse, etc. And he didn't find out what was wrong with her eye. He just made me keep coming back and paying more vet bills, and of course time going on, that just made the eye worse too. Letting time go on. And of course not listening to me wasn't right, wasn't good. You should listen to the owner, you know, you should listen to them, of course. And then he was treating her for other things, and that's not right. He was giving her steroids, which you don't give her steroids while you're treating her for her eye. That's the wrong thing to do, because you're making her eye worse, and then you're making the healing process longer too. So he made it worse, he made the healing process longer, everything. He just did everything wrong. So it's like, buddy, I should sue you and everything. Like, how can you call yourself a vet? You can't. You should be stripped of your license, everything. Like, you're not. Like, you're an arsehole and then some. Like, what an idiot and everything, you know. And so it made me not look for anybody, made me not do anything. It just made everything bad, wrong, everything. So of course I couldn't do anything for a while, and then I didn't do anything for a while. And then I couldn't take her anywhere else. My dad wouldn't take me anywhere else, and I had nobody to take me anywhere, and I couldn't go anywhere else. And then it was the dead of winter, and the winter was so bad and so long. So the cat had to suffer. I had to suffer. Well, more so the cat did, of course. And then her eye just linger there, get worse, not healed. And finally, I got my dad to take me, and he took me, and I went to my regular vet. He looked at her eye. He was like, what in the world? This is so weird. It's odd and everything. And he thought there was a hair in her eye or something, like this just can't be, and everything. And he couldn't believe, that the vet didn't listen to me and everything, and didn't take into consideration what I was saying and everything. And it's my cat. You should listen to me. I'm the customer, whatever, I'm the owner, and I was right and everything. And of course you can see the thing over her eye, and that it's an ulcer and everything right away, just faster than that. He told me it was an ulcer and everything. And of course, when I did tell the other vet that, he tried to cover up everything and lie and la, but whatever, and yeah. Of course, then she's on other eye drops and more eye drops and everything, and more time has gone by now, the poor thing. And the poor eye is like this now, and it's worse. But my other vet, regular vet, is trying to heal it, and he's so worried, and he cares and everything, and he's trying to do his best and everything. And yeah, and he did try to do his best, and he cared and everything, and as fast as he could. And he did heal it to a certain degree. But then it just started to come back again. And he did his best and everything. What can you do, And then he told me that I had to see a professional, and there's only a few eye doctors for animals, out there. What are you going to do, What are you going to do? And of course, all this time, she's using her good eye and everything, and now it's just taking its toll, the good eye. So what are you going to do? But if this first arsehole would have done his job in the first place and knew what he was doing, and if he's supposed to be a vet, he could have cured it. He should have, And he shouldn't have treated her for something else, too. So, yeah. He should have sent me to a professional in the first place, It would all been done. And not all this pressure, this stress on the cat, on me, and all this time and energy and all this money. And it should have been treated last year. This money and everything and whatever. It should have been treated in right away. This pressure, stress on the cat, on me, this time, energy, money, everything. And it should have been treated right away. And at the vet. And if it couldn't have been, he should have just sent me to a professional right away, But he didn't, Or if my dad would have taken me, right away or something, Like people, I don't know, to my old vet, my regular vet, Oh well. People, eh? And then she wouldn't have used, this, even her bad eye so much. That's why, too. And then she wouldn't have used her good eye and that, But we're just thinking, and what it seems to be and looks like is that she had upper respiratory and whatever, from before, and that she just continues to have it and everything. But and pressure and stress, and like I said, living in this crap house is so filthy and stuff, and all the vents and ducts and no return vents and crap and everything, and all the loud noises and everything, and smash bang boom, and yeah, that's not good, that crap. It's the feline herpes thing, upper respiratory thing, and that. So yeah, poor little innocent thing, what you gonna do, So we're treating it as that, because that's what it seems like. So you use this new eye drop. It's new out, and it's very strong and very good. It's supposed to heal it pretty fast in that, but it's so super expensive. Same with the first consultation with this guy. And then the second consultation, you still gotta pay for it, and you gotta keep paying for the eye drops that are super expensive. You gotta keep paying for gas, hoping that my dad will take me.